Hi, I'm Kira. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you are coming back, welcome back. So I'm thrilled today to show you one of my favorite secret weapon yoga shapes to improve your hip mobility. We're going to do drills in this shape 90-90 to strengthen and stretch your hips. It's going to be amazing. So you might need a set of yoga blocks and a towel or a blanket to pad your knee, and then make sure you can practice on something soft. Could be the carpet, could be a yoga mat. Let's get to it. So come to the front of your mat and find a diamond shape with your legs, your soles of your feet connecting, your knees apart. And then bring your left leg behind you and bring your right shin so that it's parallel to the front edge of your mat. And then you're going to create sort of 90-degree angles at the knees, more or less. And you might wish to pad your back knee. If your legs are long like mine, it might, drift off the mat. So set yourself up there and then try to find a sense of sitting tall here. For some of us, we're going to be leaning a lot to the right. It's going to feel quite unbalanced. So if that's you, maybe you sit up on a yoga block or you put a pillow underneath your right butt cheek. So sitting here, tall spine, I want you to bring your awareness to your back foot. And we'll start to isolate the muscles of the outer left hip as we move that foot. So flex the back foot and lift it up and lower it and lift it up and lower it. And it might not lift very much, if at all, but try to use your mind-body connection to lift your back foot only, activating these muscles deep in the outer left hip and glute. Good. And then that's enough of that for now. So now we'll lower the back foot and try to just lift the back knee only. Whoo, and that's really going to light up the inner thighs and probably also a different part of the glute deep in there, these little muscles that we may not have even known existed before we tried to use them. Whoo, okay, one more like that, and then let that go. Forward fold over your front leg. Your hands might just park on the mat here. You might bring your forearms down to blocks or your forearms down to the mat. Just all sort of depends what you're working with. And what I love about this shape 90-90 is it's so dynamic. We have sort of a pigeon happening in the front, stretching our outer right glute and piriformis. And then the leg in the back is stretching our internal rotators. So everything in the hips is getting a good old stretch. Try to soften the shoulders here and the muscles of the face. This can be a pretty sensational pose, so try to soften around what you feel. Let's take one more breath in it. And then begin to rise the torso up. And we'll keep the legs the same and evolve this into a twist. So sitting up tall, you'll spiral toward the right, and then maybe bring your hands to the mat or your forearms down to a block or even the ground. So some people will easily get down here. This one's a little tougher for me. But what we're aiming to do here is keep that back knee heavy, so we're stretching the psoas, the hip flexor group of this left leg. And let your chin drop. Nice spinal twist here as well. Take one more breath in it. And then slowly start to sit up. Windshield wipers. If you're sitting up on a pillow or a block with your right glute, you're going to remove that. Bring the hands behind you and we'll just windshield wiper the knees side to side. Whoo! And it's normal after letting go of a long hold like that for your hip joints to feel a little bit fragile. That sensation usually goes away just with a little bit of movement through the joints. Okay, and then to take this to the other side, we're simply going to windshield wiper our way there. So now we're facing the other way. Left shin parallel to the back edge of the mat. We'll pat up that back knee if needed and just accumulate our blocks because we might want them on this side. So begin to find the sense of sitting up even though you're sitting down. Hips are notoriously asymmetrical, so one side might feel a lot different. Prop up your left glute if you need. Also, you can always have your hands on blocks to kind of stabilize you here. All right, let's get into this outer right hip. So flexing the back foot, you're just going to lift the foot only and lower it down. And lift and lower about 8 times. Watch for compensating with the chest. Sometimes I see students doing this. They're like, I'm doing it, I can lift it so high. No, the goal is smaller movement, isolation, strengthening and mobilizing the right side glute and hip. Good, let that go. Now just lift the back knee and lower, lift and lower. Micro movement. Deep tissue work, about halfway through. And it's normal if you can't do many reps. A lot of us are not used to turning on these muscles, so we're just kind of beginning that relationship with them. Last one wherever you are, and then you'll release into your forward fold. 90-90 stretch. And just find the level of this that feels like you can still breathe here. You can begin to soften into the shape. It's important to remember in these deep stretch shapes that the goal is never, how deep we're going into the pose, but the goal is to have the breath right alongside us as we explore it. Let's take one more breath here. Let it go. Lift up your torso and take this into a twist towards your left. So you're spiraling from the center of the spine. This back knee is anchoring you down as you spiral and come into your appropriate level of depth. And just imagine the swath of tissue from your hip flexors up through the front of the abdomen is just spiraling like a seashell. Lengthen space. Take one more breath. And then come on up. Windshield wipers. If you've got a prop under the left glute, you'll take it out. As you find windshield wipers. And notice how these are feeling second time through. Good. From here, we're just going to pivot back to the front of our mat, extend the legs long, and we'll roll up the blanket or towel and just place it under our knees. Let the feet come apart, and you'll just round and fold over your legs, just letting the back of the neck be soft, breathing into your back body. And just taking a very passive and easy forward bending shape here. Just to get the breath flowing into the back, into the outer hips after all of that good work you've done. Take one more breath in and out. And then slowly roll up to sit. So there you have it. My favorite hip mobility drills. I hope these are helpful for you. Please let me know how this class went for you in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for practicing with me. I'll see you soon. Namaste.